What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today, we're going to look back and see what we did in the January transfer window. We're going to have a game against Mainz, and we've got our European Champions League draw. We're going to be playing against the team we beat last year in the Europa League final, Inter Milan. So that'll be an interesting tie. See how we get on in that. If you do want to enjoy the video, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does fantastic work for the channel, helps the channel get seen, and makes me know that, lets me know that you're enjoying the content. So, onto the episode. Right, fellas, so as I said, it is a game against Mainz today. We're sitting smack bang mid-table in the league. We're sitting in third. And as you can see, we can't really see. If I move this way, you can see we're over our wage budget. We have 13,000 left in transfer budget. We've had interesting time when during the transfer window. So let's have a look and see what we've done. So we have Per Agger, who is just waiting on a contract agreement with Angers. Fraser Sharp is after rejecting. The transfer window in Scotland closed, so he rejected. Obviously, they cancelled his move to Hibs and Hearts. We do have Edgar Quevedo coming in July, who's a Liverpool goalkeeper, the Peruvian #1 goalkeeper. Hasn't really played many games since leaving Peru, apart from his time at Galatasaray. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do when he arrives, if he does anything. It says sign him whatever the price. So Director of Football obviously thinks we need new goalkeeper. He always seems to think we need new goalkeeper. It's making it more and more difficult for me to get Sasha Ulrich into the team, but that's neither here nor there. So players that left in January. Dennis Schmidt was a young left back who had a little bit of potential. They stole him away on from his youth contract for 800,000, wasn't it? Yeah, potential going up to 2.1 million. Ezekiel Palacios has gone to Rennes for 9.5 million. You can't see that. Craig Shaw went out on loan to Kaiserslautern. A little disappointing, but I liked to keep him at the club. We kind of needed midfielders, but you know, that's fine. Kim Muller has left for Nuremberg for 500,000. Nuremberg then came in and also took Silik, or Turkish right back, took him away on loan. Matthias Schulz has gone to Hamburg for 5.25 million. I would say I'm disappointed, but the guy was never getting games, so I kind of understand why he's after leaving, but it would have been nice to have him, you know, but what can you do? Adam Karabek wanted to leave the club, and towards the end of the transfer window, did actually get his move. He's gone to Real Betis, with potential to be signed. Yeah, it's an optional future fee of 19.1 million, so we'll see if they decide to take that. That would be nice if they did. 19 million for a player that we got for absolutely nothing. It's not too bad. And Mutumbo has left for a loss to Derby. He was transfer listed by request. The Director of Football rejected a 48 million or 46 million pound transfer in the summer. So 22 million. It's like a kick in the nuts. He's got the championship side, Derby County. How can a championship side pay that much money for a player? But players we brought in. So Jan Gabriel was a player that he knew was coming in already. Spanish, previous under-21 international. He's going to be a full Spanish international. I want to see how he gets on in our Spain team. Kind of decent all-rounder. Has plenty of potential. It's a star and a half extra potential to go. So he might do something with his career. We also brought in Chris Jameson from Borussia Dortmund. What a cash for a 17-year-old. 17-year-old Australian defender. Can play centre back or right back. We paid a lot of money for him. 3.5 million up front, potentially rising to 11.5, I think it was. Yes, 11.5. Then we also signed Nasir Abdel Latif from Young Boys, who is a Swiss under-21 international, but also has Egyptian blood in him. 17.5 million. He's not much of a goal scorer, so this is going to be fun. He's played some games. Played 43 times for Young Boys first team. Scored 10 goals. I don't see any reason why this guy doesn't score goals. So we're just gonna find out what he can do for us. He's played one game already. It wasn't amazing. So just brush over that. Edmundo came in from Flamengo, centre back who is Brazilian / Portuguese. Not played for an international game yet. We'll find out how he gets on in the future. Ex-Inter centre back, where he played one game for them before he left for quite the profit, and then Flamengo made decent profit on us. He's come in to be a centre back option, which we kind of didn't really need, but we did need. We sort of needed, but we didn't. And then Seni Bojang is a Gambian, 19 appearances, 13 goals for Gambia. He comes in as an absolute monster of a left winger. He did, however, when he arrived, he did upset Jefferson Santos, because Jefferson Santos was like, "Hey, you try and replace me," and I was like, "No, I'm not." But like, I literally had no choice in the matter. Jefferson Victor, you're gonna have to just put up with it. I said doesn't have to worry because he's not going to be playing in the same position as him, which he actually will be. So that's kind of. We do have two players that don't like us, Frommer and Agar, who've decided they oppose me because I left Frommer out of the Champions League squad again, and Agar got left out of the Champions League squad again, so I can no longer. I'm pretty sure I can't talk to them anymore. I actually can. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they're not happy. Naguera, not overly impressed with the fact that he was left out of the Champions League squad. He hasn't played that many games either, so I kind of feel like it's 14 million wasted. But we might try and get him back into the team at some point. Favre Berthier is still annoyed that we didn't let him go on loan, even though he's been playing first team football for us this year. He's played 8 games. Like, calm down. You're playing games. I don't know what the problem is. So, in this episode we're taking on Mines, we didn't actually go look at the results from the games we played. So we beat Leipzig 4-2, much harder than it looked. 4-2 makes it seem like it was comfortable. It was not. I was sitting on the edge of my seat the entire time. And then Bochum, who we absolutely smashed first time around, 4-0, struggled to a 1-0 win. They were way more defensively solid than they were last time. They went down to 10 men and they almost scored after it. But as you can see, Inter Milan in the Champions League first knockout round, hoping that we can do it against them again this season. So I was just going to say, this is who we have, or they keep wanting me to change my vice captain to Keane Overton. Overton's not happy. He keeps coming out complaining about how he's not getting enough first team football, or he wants to leave. Same with Kulikov. Kulikov during the transfer window wanted to move to PSG because they made him top target, and then PSG had no interest in him. So I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure about that?" So for today's game, we're going to start with Sasha Ulrich in goal, Grau and Jefferson Victor playing as our wingbacks, Edmundo and Collins as our centre back. Actually, Jefferson Victor, didn't realise put him in at left back, so already telling him the truth. Edmundo and Collins are starting at centre back with Kulikov and Sekrovic as our central midfield, Abdel Latif and Bojang as our wide men, Hillenbrand and Eigler starting up front. Coops is suspended, which is why he's not playing, obviously. And Al Salman picked up a knock, so he's going to sit this one out, and Amandi Collins is going to play instead. Munoz had interest from, I think it was Napoli, but nothing came of it. So I was like, well, wouldn't mind if you'd thrown an offer at me. We're going to move Abdel Latif back to the striker position, and Eigler is going to play on the right. Because I want to see if Eigler, or not Eigler, I want to see if Latif can score a goal for us. Because like I said, I don't see any reason why the guy can't score goals. He has pretty good average, or pretty good attributes all around. Oh, we're playing against Cervenka. Forgot about that. Forgot Cervenka is the Mines goalkeeper. We're going to tell everyone we have a bit of faith in them. I'm going to point my finger and say to Latif, okay. Bojang is complacent. You've come from Denmark and you jump into a team duking it out for the league title in Germany and in the Champions League. Rovella has scored against us. This is not what I was hoping for. But yeah, I'm surprised Bojang is complacent. This is a step up from what he was playing. That was just a really, really, really good bit of play by Mines, and they've got another go at it. Grow heads it away though. Barahima, Kobalin, Kuliev, who's an Azerbaijan left back who, if I was in charge of signings, I would have signed him instead of Coops because I love a random international. And he is an Azerbaijan international who, by the way, has played 40 something games, I think it is, for Azerbaijan. It came out in the media that he had the potential to go, and it was causing dual international issues. Oh, Abdel Latif smashes in the back of the net. Bojang finds Latif, puts it in the back of the net. We are one apiece. We're going to encourage lads again. But yeah, he's a full international. He's played in games that would not allow him play for another nationality. Yet they were like, oh, maybe Germany are going to call him up. But you can't. Oh, also, for my Spanish team, there was a Chinese goalkeeper who could play for Spain. I think he's in the Real Madrid B team. He's playing for Castilla, and they were like, "Oh, this guy's thinking about playing for China." And I was like, "Okay." And then he came to me like 2 days later. And he was like, "Oh, I think I might play for China," and I was like, "All right, lad, away you go, enjoy." He's never been to China, so by all means. Oh, Abdel Latif is through again, and he's dinked the keeper. Inspired, putting him up front, moving Igler out into the wing. Igler's just been fantastic all season, so he hasn't had to, we haven't had to worry about where we play him. He's played on the right, played on the left, played up front. It's just been beautiful every time. Abdel Latif has already 2/3 of the amount of goals he scored in the league in Switzerland. And I think maybe Cervenka is just being nice, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna just score a couple of goals." Do you know, just you need this more than we do. Mine's just gonna sit bang average mid table. Doesn't matter too much. Grow gets past his man, dinks across, and Igler puts it wide. I'm surprised that Hillenbrand has been so quiet in this game because he is ex Mines. I would have expected him to be more involved. We did give Abdel Latif the number 9 jersey as well, and Bojang the number 11. So potentially, Paslak, was that Grow that threw himself onto the ground in front of him, because that was not good enough. Yeah, it's Grow. To be fair, really nice around the corner. Grow gets like the faintest of touches on it, just the perfect amount to push it in to his path perfectly. I'm going to thrash my ears and say it's not good enough. But yeah, Hillenbrand not playing well at all. It's just surprising. I'm going to tell everyone that you can still improve. I'm going to pump my fists and say you have the ability to make the difference out there. He's already scored 2. So Latif is probably going to be like, yeah, hat trick. Hat trick on my second appearance for Bayer Leverkusen. It would be nice if he could score 4 goals, maybe. What a way to introduce yourself to the fans. You know, just bosh home a couple of cheeky little goals. But I don't think it's going to happen today. We ideally win this game, because if we don't, I'm going to be very, very irritated. Jan Kuto. Ravella. Van der Velf. Oh, Hillenbrand steals the ball away. Abdel Latif. Oh, gets blocked by one of the Mines defenders. And now Sekrovic to take the corner. Gets across, and nobody is there to win it. Igler. Why is Igler so far away from the goal? Igler's a tall player. Why do I not have him in the box? Pass like he's offside. Oh, what a last second tackle by Collins. Namandi Collins doing the business. Mwah. We haven't made any substitutions. Not made any substitutions. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Sekrovic, you're not playing all that well. I'm going to bring on Televsky. Move Hillenbrand back here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Hillenbrand's not having a great game, but to be fair, what can you do? Do we go? We're going to go. We're going to do. We're going to 4-3-3. But we're going to go balls to the wall. I know this is a mental idea. I am well aware. Don't need to tell me. I want to win this game, so we are going to. Actually, I leave you on advance forward because that's kind of what works. I'm going to bring on Overton instead of Bojang. Slightly shorter passing. No, we go more direct. Actually, stop working the ball into the box. Confirm those changes. Let's see what we can do. Gonna demand more. It's fired everybody up. Van der Werf. Van der Werf. Rovella. Edmundo picks it up. Namandi Collins. Poor pass. To be fair, I did ask him to. Oh, Namandi Collins. Last second tackle. He is doing quite well. Televsky runs the ball out. It's not ideal, but we'll take it. Hillenbrand has given everything he can. Got to bring on Orlando. Let's swap the two of them around because Orlando is left-footed. Televsky with a free kick. That was never going in. Let me braid them. There we go. Braided. We have about a minute to get a goal. Namandi Collins, Eigler, Overton. Oh, he's lost the ball. Paslak almost puts it past the keeper. Lipman. Oh, please don't concede. Oh, beautiful challenge by Grow. Okay, I was expecting it to be a penalty for a second there. Last chance of the game, Orlando. Puts it across. Latif's offside. Oh no, we're going to draw against Mines. I forgot to lock my chair into place. Goal disallowed. Of course. Looks like they've changed formation to a back five. Fantastic. It's the kind of game we should be winning. Sasha Ulrich played a 6.5. To be fair, I don't think any of the other goalkeepers we have would have made that much of a difference. Joe Felipe is fine, but I don't think he would have saved anything that Sasha Ulrich didn't save. And the Ministry Monastory. Is that his name? Monastory? He's injured. So Sasha Ulrich was the one I picked. And I'm hoping that he can just keep doing the business. Because he is definitely long term the starting goalkeeper for us. There's a whole bunch of things telling me the scouting's finished. So after losing Mines streak, we were an impressive run over them. I didn't realise that. Kulikov reveals my fury, which to be fair, had every reason to be furious to begin with. Bojang makes his debut, and Keenan Canuck. Oh, he's ex-Bayer Leverkusen manager. Interesting. Wonder Kid, Latif, scored a brace. We probably deserved more out of the game than we got, but that's how it goes, I suppose. Next episode is going to be the game against Inter. We're going to play the Champions League first knockout round, and we're going to see how we get on. Lazio and PSG should be an interesting one. I think PSG should walk that one. Valencia Sporting is going to be a pretty comfortable win for Valencia. Real Madrid Tottenham. I'm kind of leaning towards Madrid, but I know Tottenham have done quite well. Barca against Leipzig. Barca should easily win that game. Ajax and Roma. I think Roma should do well. They're like top 3 in Italy. Napoli, Man United. Man United are going to smash them. Porto, Liverpool should be quite a comfortable win for Liverpool. So, all of that being said, leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League based on the teams that you see in front of you right now? Be interesting to see what some of you come up with. If you have enjoyed the video though, do please make sure to leave a comment. Like I said, who you think is going to be our best player and what you think of the draw, who's going to win the overall Champions League. And subscribe to the channel. It makes a huge difference. Thank you for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!